Hello folks, my name is Chi Baker from Street Tactical Integrations that offers internal and external martial arts for self-protection and healing. And today this video is about demonstrating how you can learn, practice a lot of these skill sets, whether it's meditative Qigong and Tai Chi movements or self-protection movements from a chair. And the reason why we're discussing this is that recently I've had a number of students who have been injured. Back problems, neck problems, knee problems, and oftentimes we have to really limit our motion because our mobility is hampered by injury. And so what I want to help people understand is that movement is still available, it can still happen. In fact, it can be very healthy and helpful in the healing process, mentally, emotionally, and physically, when one is injured, one has gone through trauma, etc. And so that we don't have to be stuck. We don't have to be stuck on the couch. We don't have to be stuck in not being able to continue to move, continue to train, continue to do things that are very healthy for the body, healthy for moving oxygen, moving blood, healthy for gaining skills of movements. So this video hopefully will give a couple demonstrations on what you can do from a chair. So everything I'm going to do is going to be just sitting down. So we're going to start with my typical stretches. Again, we're going to do it from a chair, and then we're going to go over some Qigong movements that are stemming from the Lohan 13 hands form, which is a form that I'm currently teaching. And then I'm going to be showing you a couple martial art self-protection movements, again from the chair, so that those who either want to start training or want to continue training can do so in a very limited mobile position. Okay, so we're going to start with breathing deeply and moving our wrists. Relaxing the muscles, opening the joints, bringing a lot of new, fresh energy, oxygen into our lungs, which will help our blood, which will help our muscles, which will help our skeleton, which will help our system. Okay, reverse. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Good. Arm circles. Continuing to breathe deeply. Right now I'm sitting with my back all the way pressed against the back of my chair, so my spine is fully supported. I'm also, my back is as straight as possible to help with posture. Okay, now we're going to do shoulders. Again, you can decrease the stretches, the movement. So if you do arm circles, you could do arm circles that are very small. Again, what we're doing is we're opening, relaxing, and warming up the shoulders. So depending on your flexibility, depending on how much movement feels good and how much movement hurts, you can limit these stretches to what makes sense to you. Open, deep breath, open, deep breath, open, open. Good. Now we're going to interweave our fingers. We're going to press forward, pull back, press forward, pull back. Breathe in through your nose and either out through your nose or out through your mouth if possible. If you need to breathe in and out through your mouth, that's fine too. Keep that belly nice and relaxed. Okay, breath in. We're going to reach up. And again, you're going to reach up as much as is comfortable for your shoulders, for your back, for your neck. One more deep breath in and breath out, press up. Okay, now you're going to bend to the side. Again, this stuff can be very limited. So we're reaching, you're pushing your hands up to the ceiling. You're not just bending to the side. So you're pushing up to the ceiling and then slightly bending. And what we're doing is we're stretching out our lats. We're stretching out a little bit of our triceps. And then we're going down into our rib muscles and down into our obliques. Again, you can limit the stretch as much as possible. The key here though is that I'm keeping my spine as straight as possible by continuing to reach up. Okay? Shift to the other side. Side. And you should of course consult a doctor, consult your physician, whether it's a GP or a specialist, and listen to what they have to say. What makes sense for you? And pull down. This video can also be used to send to your doctor and say, is this appropriate for me? And so you can get a consultation on something that they're witnessing, observing, and see how much of this is available for you to do. Okay? Reach up. Part of the philosophy is that moving, stretching, breathing is beneficial for the healing process. So sitting and being stagnant, one, reduces our respiratory rate, it reduces our heart rate, and it causes our muscles to tighten. So by doing some movement actually helps with the healing process. Also, depending on how much movement you do, movement also helps either maintain or build muscle tone. So those things tend to be in favor of healing and keep maintaining health. Okay, shoulders. Again, my back is still pressed against the seat. If you want to, and depending on your body's ability, you can have your spine not against your seat, but that's up to you. Okay, now what I'm going to do is work a little bit on my hips. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to shift, and what I'm doing right now is gently stretching my hip flexor slightly and lower down in my spine. So I actually feel it in my hip. I feel it in my hip flexor, and a little bit up into my my kind of lower rib section. Okay, other side. I'm keeping my sit bones, my butt actually firmly planted to the seat. And you notice I'm not bending my neck this way. I'm trying to keep good spinal alignment as I'm shifting. So I'm kind of opening up this whole area right here. Good. One more time, one side. And my back is resting gently against the back of my seat. For those who want to, you can move your butt a little bit forward, depending on how much spinal support you need. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to continue to work on the hips. We're going to bring our foot up, and we're just going to do gentle circles. Depending on, again, how your body feels, you can do bigger ones. You can extend all the way out to the side as much as possible. Or you can do little micro ones. You can do these, my toe is on the ground, and so I'm giving a little bit more support to my spine, and maybe I don't have the strength in my hip flexor and in my core to lift my knee up and move it. So now I'm gonna do this, and I can engage my core as I do these little, now we're gonna reverse. Okay, and I can bring my foot up. This is a slightly more advanced, right? And we can go more advanced depending on your level. Okay, now we're doing the other foot. Again, I'll start with it. My toe is staying on the ground. I'm pushing up a little bit with my calf muscle. Doing a little bit more advanced. And then doing even more advanced. Again, I have not left my seat. Okay, reverse. Good. Now we're going to straighten my legs. This is going to be kind of, and if you want extra support, you can grab the bottom of your seat, extend out. This is going to work your thighs, and it's going to work your hip flexors and your core. So we're just warming up some muscles here. Good. The last one, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna readjust a little bit. From that, my butt slid a little bit forward, so I'm gonna sit my butt back again. I'm gonna do some ankles, and you can do your ankles, again, my toes on the ground. I can lift my foot up just a little bit, or if you can, and you wanna get a little bit more exercise, you can stick your leg out and reverse. Okay, other one. For me right now, it's easiest if I just extend my leg out and reverse. Last but not least, mostly because I just forgot to do it, is do some head circles. And what you want to do is go slow and let the weight of your head do the stretch. So we're not forcing our head in any direction. We're just letting it roll. And you can limit how much it rolls or how deep you go. Opening up, moving cervical spine, opening up the scalenes. And one thing that way back when I needed a PT for my neck and shoulders, PT had me look side to side. This is another really good stretch. Good. Okay. If you have water, take a sip of water. All right. So again, I'm going to readjust a little bit. You should adjust or not adjust according to what needs. This position here is a little bit more comfortable, plus it's closer to the Shaolin stance. So typically in this, we're standing in a shallow horse stance, or for those who are really inclined, a deep horse stance. Right now we're going to stay in a shallow sort of stance. And I'm going to show you the first movement, which is old man chops wood. So my hands are here like this. And in the chair, I can still shift and turn. So I'm shifting and turning a little bit to the left. My hands reach out. They come around. My hands are on the right side. My hands are kind of at my leg position. What I don't want to do, because right now I'm kind of thinking that I've got some back issues here, is that I don't need to torque all the way over here. So I'm in a good, comfortable position. Again, you can alter this. You can even be just off of center. What I encourage is you to be just off center, because this is a right to left movement. So here, I'm kind of at my leg area. I raise my hand up, and I right extend chop. Then my right hand scoops in, my left hand circles around. Switch, hold the ball on this side. Then my left hand raises up, and racks down. Scoop in, shift, circle around, hold the ball. My right hand comes up, I relax down. Again, I'm shifting and turning. So I'm shifting and turning to the left. So again, I'm engaging my core. I'm using muscles that are going to help with oxygen and blood movement. I'm raising my hand up, take a breath in and out. Good. Then we come in, reach up, and relax down. Scoop down, gathering energy from earth, bring it up, and relax it down. The last movement is reaching out, like a big hug, and pulling in. Good. So that's the first movement. Old person chops wood. Now what we're going to do is we'll do the third movement, which is drapes on coat. And I'm sorry, we're not going to do drapes on coat. That's the second movement. We are going to do languid monk rests on pillow. And the reason why I'm choosing this one is that this one requires a little bit more typical leaning in the movement, but I'm going to adjust it so that the movement hopefully is soft enough, limited enough, mellow enough that it doesn't disrupt any kind of spine, hip issues. Okay, so again, I'm going to shift and turn to the left. My hands circle around. And they come into this high-low position. And then I turn. And there it is. Here's my pillow. I'm the monk for today, and I'm leaning on the pillow. Then my left hand, which is over the bottom, relaxes. It starts to circle around. I start to shift to the other side. Then I shift back. And my left hand is low and my right hand is high. And then it comes up. And I rest on the pillow. Now my right hand relaxes. I start to shift back to my right. Then I shift back to my left. And then I shift back to my right and rest on the pillow. We'll do it one more time. I relax my left hand. I start to shift to the left. I start to shift to the right. And then I rest on the pillow. Good. To end this, remember, we relax this hand. Then we bring hands to the center. Reach up. Here's the transition movement. And again, honoring Father Sky. Relaxing energy down. Then we honor Mother Earth as we scoop energy up. Relax down. And then we reach out. Bring energy into our heart to honor the child, which is ourselves. And bring our hands back to our dantian. So again, hopefully this first video helps you understand some of the movements that you could do, some of the stretching that you can do for healing. This one in particular is the Shaolin 13 Lohan hands Qigong movement. I'm actually going to stop this video. I'll have a second video in the series to talk a little bit more about some of the self-protection martial arts that I teach, and so you can observe that in the next video. Thank you so much. Hope this video helps you understand a little bit more about movement, a little bit more about healing, a little bit more about what we do here at Street Tactical Integrations. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so you're notified. Share this with friends, family, anyone who kind of needs just information and understanding about how movement can happen even if you're injured or even if you're limited to a chair, as well as how continuing to practice and do movement is really healthy and really beneficial for the healing process. Again, thank you so much, and we'll see you the next time.